Welcome, peoples, to season 39. You can see it. I don't know why I have to explain myself. Mages week 4. I think that's right. We have Trippin balls and LBT, I'm pretty sure. I did study up. If it's not LBT, then I'm gonna look like a fool. But I will double check, just to be sure. This is my first time I've looked at the MLTP GG website when there's a game on. Do I need to advertise my stream in competitive tag pro? Probably not. Do people care that much? Nah, they'll find me. They'll know it's on. It's okay. It's not on me. My job to sit here and make fun of people. Also, if anyone is in chat and watching, let me know if the music can get a little louder. It's been a long time since I did this, so I don't know if the levels are fine or not. Got both teams making their way in. Well, I say making their way in. One team is definitely just waiting for the other. Trippin balls. This was their scrim group beforehand, I'm pretty sure. They're just waiting for the lettuce, bacon, tomato team to make their way in. I was gonna say Lake and Bettis and tomato, and now I have said it. I hope everything works. Pretty sure I accounted for everything. I had like an hour and a half to get this ready. And to be fair, I did have most of it ready within like 30 minutes. But since I moved a bunch of files on my computer to like make space and shit, I had to find some of the videos, like the background video. I had to find that on my computer. I didn't know where it was. But yeah. I feel like a bit of a fool starting recording on time because nothing's happened. Oh my god, I think everyone's here. The nice thing about MLTP streaming is that the players are always really happy to be the ones to set up the group. So I don't have to do anything. I just sit here and I click this one, and we should be getting on our way into game 1 on OTI MERALD. Look at that, beautiful stuff. Oh, nice little knuckle crack 3, as well.
2, 1.
It's fucking ASAP guy, man. Anyway, underway. I don't know what to make of this LBT team. I still have scars from season 32, I think it was, that Irony was on the Pop Fusties, that miners team, and he just frustrated me to no end. Macaroni, I don't know what to think of him, honestly. I've got like no thoughts. I thought he's like a miners player, and then I thought about it more and I'm like, is he not a novice player? But I really don't know. A couple of quick grabs. And we'll just reset again. And no swag's pretty good. Can sit on a button pretty well. Stops Alpha from whatever he was trying there. Probably means they're going to win this first pup. Never mind, they've got momentum on the bottom side. Trippin balls. And they'll get a tag pro as the Labuts get... Oh my god, Labuts. I'm just going to call them that for the rest of the stream. They picked up an RB, but it doesn't get far. Jazz with the backwards boost. Misses. Means that no swag's out. Just currently pretty comfortable holding. ASAP pushes off free, as you can see. The pathing he took was a bit strange, but they get the job done in the end. That means ASAP folds back the defense. 3v2 for Labuts. Potentially waiting for the bomb to spawn. I don't remember who that is. Janoon. Pretty sure it's supposed to be like... I actually have no idea, so I can't like comment. Why don't people just play with the name that they were like most known for, you know? What's up with people that gotta like change their name every 2 minutes? Clutch return from Irony. Means that the tripping balls... Oh, Jazz gets the grab in time. Oh my gosh. That was pretty close. Saget, not getting too far. Handoff shouldn't get off anywhere either. So, very slow start. Hasn't really been... Well, there's been one look in for LBT. That's about it. And Trippin Balls have had a couple of outs, but I think most of the time they've been coming into base, been solid OD, or LBT have gotten their own grab. Double Juke Juice. ASAP will be proud. But it's going to be a double flaccid. So, what can Jazz get done? Probably not much 2v1. Alpha fucking slams headfirst into the wall. And they've officially done nothing with the power-ups. That was pretty not good handoff attempt. I understand you need to like walk into them to die, but you just kind of gave them the push so they can catch up to Alpha after the follow-up grab. I don't know. I feel like the grabbing hasn't been too inspiring. Saget gets a grab with some blocks from Alpha, turns into a 1v1 against No Swag, who just sits on the button. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Those are some nasty moves, but it doesn't matter. I'm glad you like the texture pack. I hope it's, readable and, like, clean. It's kind of like the biggest thing. Anyway, another set of pups. Going in the fucking bin. Maybe I just gotta turn up the swear count. Make this interesting. Love how they're contesting the same boost. They should have an outnumber here. Saget is out. There we go. Only past one, and the way he's walking is certainly interesting. Not gonna win this RB. Unless... Okay, there we go, he does. I was hoping he'd go and help. Good morning, Balakwa. I hope you're having a lovely May morning. I had to think about what month it was. I started thinking it was June. It's not June yet. The on edge might get tired after some time, but the rest is clean. Yeah, I just changed it today. I've been using like a really muted blue color, and I just thought it was a bit dull, so thought I'd change it up for once. Well, first time in like 2 years I've changed it, so. Still nil all. Can they fucking do something? Oh my god. No swag. Okay, here we go. Maybe some movement? No. Saget's out. +2. RB grab. So this just means nothing. Saget probably won't die. He's dead, but everyone's ahead, so doesn't matter. Jazz out. Macaroni. That could have been a big solo for ASAP. But he fumbles it and I don't know what the fuck that was, but I would not have done that. That's all I'm saying. Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, Bell, because now it's not 0-all. Yep, there you go. 3 minutes left. 1 cap up. Are the Labuts. Saget takes a grab. They're just going to forfeit this tag pro on the bottom side. And Saget's not even out. Will be a trade of the tag pros. I'll have a free out. Probably means less. The tag pro grab's pretty shit. I guess it's fine when they're miles ahead in no danger of death. And they have a lead. Just been unable to get a reset while tripping balls are also out of base. Okay. Alpha on defense. I hear this guy's a bit of a defender. Boost block. Jazz, don't get caught. Got caught. Second last pop round. We have ASAP's favorite up against, well, up against nothing now. Gotta get a bit crazy, I think, here. But it's been really hard for them to get their second defender back and keep their flag carrier alive at the same time. Once they have the flag in base after, like, doing all this work of Alpha will hold a lot and they'll finally get a return. And by the time Alpha wants to get in the base, the other defender's just getting blocked out. What's going on here? Chance for player whose real more recognized name I have forgotten. You're gonna sacrifice the tag pro, take the juice. What am I watching? Absolutely no chance here for Trippin balls to get a cap. Okay, they'll get the return, but free out top. So unless Irony does the stupidest thing of all time, which is pretty hard to do in that situation, I should just close this out with the longest 10 minutes of my life. I think it's 10 minutes, right? They still play 10. Oh, we do have clutch time, right? That is a thing. They get a return! Oh my god. They don't even need clutch time. It's just overtime. Holy hell. You can tell how excited I am. ASAP's dead. Okay, they... Oh! Wall Waggot, what are you doing, man? Alpha Chudro, in some danger, and it's over. Just as we thought. The overtime was going to happen. Or like, was going to be a big thing. Not a big thing at all. 2-1 win in OT for the LeButts. You can read the... You've already had time to read the scoreboard, so... You don't get to read it anymore. We move across one. I'm supposed to pick that one? Yeah. Stream has a Piers Morgan vibe. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I want that. He wouldn't either. Okay, well, this is just... I don't know what to say anymore. We're getting very quickly into game 2. I've already forgot what the map is. It's, Asida. That's the one. And we just, we do that one. And look at that. Also beautiful.
3, 2, 1.
Wouldn't it have been... It would have been the perfect flex. If... what was I gonna say? If someone had... rocked to, like, one of the shop flares in this game. Because they're only been out for a day or whatever. Trippin Balls copied Flaccid Trips logo. It's a pretty common idea. Their logo does have a little bit more to it. There's like an extended version that I found, and it drips down a lot. But I wasn't going to use that because it wasn't going to look nice. I don't know. I forget what the Flaccid Trips logo looks like. Isn't it just like the Rolling Stones lips? Out for Jazz. Chance here. Straight on. Oh! And it's a quick lead here for the balls that trip. But they've just kind of let Irony out. Laying some good blocks onto Wall Waggot. But given time for everyone else to catch up, so... Free reset, thank you very much. What the hell was that? Obviously this is a harder map for a defense to stay settled on, but some of the movements here have just been like, yeah, have a free out. Oh gee, thanks, I'll take that. And then they start going somewhere and they just let themselves die. Wow, I feel so committed to talking about the actual game in front of my eyes right now. Actually, if you haven't yet, get on Dirds Radio. Quick plug. This is not... I'm not listening to Dirds Radio right now. I'd get in very big trouble with Twitch if I was, because he plays the best hits. Like The Smiths. Daft Punk. Steely Dan. Britney Spears is on there. I think Eminem's on there. And some cameos from some very famous people. Go to dirdsradio.xyz and you'll see a picture of Bart Simpson. At least I think it's Bart, or a Simpsons character that doesn't exactly exist. And it's not Graggle. What's Alpha waiting there for? I think they're just gonna leave the button. If I sit here patiently enough, I'm sure they'll just move because I've been so nice and asked for it. No swag. It's the out, but if you don't get out like the fastest way, everyone's just gonna get ahead of you within a second. So, what's the fucking point? Go for the nub step. The nub's on. Sag it. Absolutely no return on irony whatsoever. And they're prolonging this return. I don't know if it's a good thing. Because ASAP has not achieved much, if anything, with this RB. Dead. Alpha gonna have to stay for OD now. Good work though. Managed to keep the flag in. Ball Saget potentially out. Probably not. Again, such a small map. One person slows you down for half a second and everyone else is just... If they're playing it correctly, they'll be there to catch up within the blink of an eye. So it's all about just punishing those tiny positional errors and deaths, because they're not tiny positional errors, they're just large ones. RB grab for the Roni. Intact. Oh! That was Alpha on the boost, I'm pretty sure. It only happened like 2 seconds ago, and I already forgot. But I'm pretty sure it was Alpha. That's why they pay him the big bucks. Was it 86 coins in the draft, I think? Ooh. Really good bomb from Irony there. But again, uncharacteristic for this map to see only 2 caps. Whenever you think of Asida, you think of that, I guess. Just shit happening all the time. People dying. Massive cap chains. I remember I famously, in an OLTP playoffs match that I was streaming, I pretty much said, there's no way... one team was up by 4 with like 3 minutes left. And it was majors. I was like, there's no way they'll lose from here. And then within the next minute, the game was tied. Because they gave up a tag pro and a rolling bomb. And the rolling bomb didn't even get the first cap in the chain. It was like, the rolling bomb was on its way to re-grab. And they just killed everyone, and then killed everyone again. Good work from Ball Saget. Gets in. Gives himself a look, but Juju's too strong. This isn't Mario Kart? No, this is not Mario Kart. I haven't played that in a while, actually. ASAP might get another one. Some fucking piss poor blocks. What the hell? Disgusting. Maybe I'll play Mario Kart right now. Fuck the rest of the series. What is this fake out business going on by the button? I don't understand what people are thinking. It was bad, D. You're damn right. Jazz with a grabber is out. Blocks fell apart on the way in. Half of it was going for the pup, the other half was... I don't know. I don't know how to... I just started thinking about it, And I just couldn't say anything. I don't know. It's so high effort. You can tell I'm really getting excited for these big moments where Alpha comes in and he's gonna get a cap to make it 5-0. Interesting that a team that loses on Emerald wins on this map. And shuts out the other team, potentially shuts out the other team on this map. Obviously it's not over yet. Irony not passed. Macaroni is diffused on gate, doesn't get a look in the end. ASAP gets to the flag tile in time. Might have been worth for Jazz to defuse there, help ASAP, but you know, that also means you're helping ASAP, so I understand why not. Very interesting that they can give up 2 on Emerald and then proceed to give up none on Asida.
3, 2,
very interesting.
1.
But we have a series on our hands. 5-cap win for the Trippin Balls. ASAP worst on his team. Absolute classic stuff. Alpha Churro top of the team, also classic. I think that's all you need to see from that. And I'll update this real quick. If my computer wants to let me, it will. I know it says 1-1 on the scoreboard, but I don't account for overtime in this stuff because I made this a while ago and I couldn't be bothered, and I didn't even think that it was like this. It was only when I put in that first game I realized that's how it was. But anyway, we're on Jardim. The game 3, very quickly into it. I don't like to mess around, and I appreciate that because that means this will be over quicker. And sorry for the
3, 2,
squeaky mic noises. If you do hear those, I'm just moving it a bit. Irony, quick grab, and I have no game sounds. How did this happen? Can I do this? No. I'm gonna do a... Actually, it doesn't matter anymore. I can refresh. It's fine. There we go. Surely we hear them now. Yay! Been a heavy lean into 3D for the Trippin Balls. First pop round, double tag pros. Probably likely to be swept here. Flag pro, oh my, No Swag just kind of broke their ankles. Did I see that? I also don't like what Bull Saget did. He had more time. Well, I guess in the end it was, no, he did not have more time because No Swag got out. It's always interesting to see how both teams' offenses work. How they want to position for the boost, who's more confident in taking the boost. Chance here for No Swag. And Jazz just helps him. I wouldn't be doing that. Gotta make them walk it in. Don't want to make it a certainty, you know? But we have a very quick tied game. But at least the response was, you know, didn't take forever. Irony not out. I don't remember who that is. If someone's in chat that can help me. Janoon. I feel like I'm not saying that right. Someone tell me who that is. Oh, Alpha. Decent grab. But, yeah, I feel like this map's played so much. It's just kind of easy to... It's not solved. I won't say that. But... Oh, that boost was... Right idea, very bad execution. It's carrot cake? Oh! That would make sense. If I just used my brain earlier, Alpha said, oh, we're playing... Oh, I was like asking for the group link or something beforehand. And he's like... Yeah, it depends on who sends the group link first. It's like us or Alpha. Us or Carrot. And that just went straight over my head. You think they're MVB so far? I see. Gonna be a tag per win here for the Labuts. ASAP gonna make a fast play at this, you'd imagine, but the tag per kill has... Yeah. There was a point to make, but the play finished, so I just couldn't be bothered finishing my point. Decent contain there in the end from blue. What are we doing these solo grabs for, huh? Why am I getting pinged on Discord? Let me peep that. Someone message me. I'm just gonna look away from the game. Oh no. It's in the Pokemon server. But I will check this. More interesting than Tag Pro. Wait, there's a green thing out there. Someone do something. Well, nothing happened. Nothing ever happens. That's what I need that guy in the corner of the screen or something. How did Jazz get the return on irony there? What irony was just out? What is this 39 season game? Sorry, LBT got a cap. Woohoo! Wild Rift Boy, I forget who you are, and that's so bad. I should remember. This is Tag Pro. Kind of like where my name's from. It is a 2D capture the flag game that I've been playing for the last 11 years. And this is the competitive league in North America. and they needed someone to fill in to stream, and so I thought, why not? I'll help. Oh. The FlyQuest video about me is gonna go crazy. Anyway, back to the game at hand. 2 minutes to go, 1 cap game. Still potential for both teams to win this outright, but actually, yeah, double tag pro this pup round. Alpha's taken an unorthodox path, but I guess the pup's still late, so it doesn't matter. They get the flag out first. They have a disconnected tag lead first, though. Really interesting position where they're sitting. Oh, what is this? What am I looking at? Chance for Jazz. 3 ahead. 2 ahead. But only 1 blocker. Take a miracle. You can't boost straight into ASAP. You have to go off the bomb. Ooh. Let's try. I think if you do something there, you gotta force a grab. And they have, eventually. But Alpha hasn't been able to make much ground at all. Last minute. Double juke juice. Really wish they had made the most out of the tag pro that they got on the left, but... in the last round. They get the return. Macaroni's behind. The boost is fine. Saget with a chance. And there we go. Scores a level. Bit of pressure here on Land Before Timers. Alpha's past 2. Boosting straight in. Forces a grab from Mac. Now there's a bit of pressure on Ball Saget. Is passed. But it's much closer to being returned. Ooh! There was a back step and like half a look in at a nub, but... Okay, what the hell was that?
3, 2, 1.
I wouldn't have done that, Alpha. And we're into our second overtime. ASAP grabs. Gonna be tag pro split. Again, it's gonna be... Probably a... Oh, irony, no! Oh my god! What did I just see? And who lets Alpha ASAP at the top of the scoreboard? We can't be letting this happen. Comeback win in the end, 3-2 for Trippin Balls. 3-2 OT. Off to Sardonica next, and if I remember, chuck the scoreboard in the top left. Preemptively. Woohoo! Map 4! Woohoo!
3, 2, 1.
Points are ahead here for Trippin balls. I don't remember what the split is like. Is it 3 for an outright win, 2 for an OT win, 1 for an OT loss, none for a loss? Sounds about right. I don't know what happens with clutch time though. That just count as regulation? I don't know. Anyway, it's been a long hold chain for LBT, but it finally comes to an end right before the first pup round. Carrot decides the rolling bomb is worth it. It's going to be a split. Jazz is going to be the first one to get some use out of it, but Irony with that boost will allow them to get a cap very early on. Intact, in fact. Ball sag it out. The boost spawn's not kind for Carrot, but Mac the Roni has also escaped the base. And now it's just going to be a bit of sit around and let's see if someone dies without really thinking about what they're doing. And then creates a mistake. And yeah, that was something. 10 seconds till pops. It's Tag Pro this time in the Trippin Balls base. Give me a bit more attention to this one. And Irony's picked it up. Jazz getting soloed. ASAP isn't able to get an intact grab. Does have to defuse himself to safely get the flag out of base. He's in danger of dying though. Oh, just able to live. Oh, the hold. The second grab was almost enough. But LBT doing some good work here in game 4. And the more I think about it, the closer we are to finishing game 4 means the closer we are to finishing game 5. And then the closer we are to this being over. How awesome is that? Another Tag Pro given up here for the balls at Trip. Ball Saget has to go around the gate. Tag Pro spawning. Could be time to make something happen, but those are the things we don't want to make. Those things are what we call mistakes. And we don't want to make mistakes happen. Hand off for Alpha. Oh, it was close. Oh! Close there for the Roni. Wow, LBT have been right on top of winning the other team's pup. Or Saget's gonna get the turns. 3-0 could very well be 4. Should be 4. And it is 4. Full Saget not out. Alpha. It's just gonna slide past Mac. Just a double back on the attack. Survives the sack. And does a backtrack. Ooh, not a bad look in there. Spin wasn't really... Well, it was helpful, just didn't really utilize it fully. Five minutes left. Plenty of work here for Trippin balls, but I'd say it's doable, but I haven't been convinced. There's some maps where they just seem kind of... I don't know, the offense can't connect well. There we go, there's a decent opportunity. Jazz out. Finds herself dead. Paul Saget finding himself dead. Chance for irony. Will he get around the back? Ooh, that's kind of nice. Why couldn't he do this on the Pop Fusties, huh? That's right. I'm bringing it up for the billionth time. You're in majors now. Why weren't you playing like a majors ball in minors, huh? Tell me this. Riddle me this, Batman. Speaking of Batman, I gotta play more Lego Batman soon. I finished like... I don't even know what you call them in the original Batman game. Like the... Like Lego Batman 1. It's split into like 6 sections of 5 levels. But on one side you play as like the good guys and the other side you play as the bad guys. I've done one of the 6. Which was the good guys side of like the Riddler and Two-Face part. And it's like the other parts are what, the Penguin and the Joker, I think. Ooh. 360 was really threatening something there. Alpha saves it just in time. Jazz gets an intact grab, but again has to fuse to get herself out of base. ASAP getting juked. Paul Saget has the bomb, so nothing to worry about. Or do we have things to worry about because they haven't gotten out of base? And we have just over 2 minutes left. I wonder if Trippin balls will win their base power up this time, because I have a feeling they won't. Whether that's because they feel like they're pressured, well, in this case they had to lose it, even though they lose the cap anyway, and so they've given up a lawnmower to the cake of carrot. It's another kill. We'll get a grab here for Mac, but no assistance after the tag pro runs out. We'll just use this juke juice. I only got like a second left on it. We'll survive ASAP. Starts walking in. Really threatening. Gets the bomb. Creates a bit of space, but the death from that grab, the boost, provides Paul Saget a free return. Alphaturo trying to do something fancy, but I don't know. Looks a bit hard, eh? That's my impression of a Canadian. I think it was pretty good. 1 minute to go. And that's another cap. Really interesting series. We've had 2 close overtime matches. And we're going to have 2 like complete clean slate games as well. And that's like 2 wins for either team. Macaroni might cap this? Never mind. Alpha's out. And it's actually going to be a cap. Never mind. So much for the clean sheet. Good one, LeButts. I'd say it could be another one for ASAP, but he's been scared all the way back. Some good defensive pressing. I think it was Carrot that made him walk all that way.
2, 1.
Irony should get kept. And we have Braziled as we head into game 5. ASAP top of the team again. Again, we just can't let this happen. 7-1 win for LBT. And we only have 10 more minutes of Tag Pro on our hands, and then I can go. Okay, we're getting into the game. I forget. Oh, this is some fucking weird map. Oh, Poppy? Yeah. Sorry, let me move this all over before I start looking at my phone during the game. Please stay? There's nothing for me to stay around for.
3, 2,
What do you mean?
1.
So I'm reading this, hold on. I was just reading a story that one of the Japanese Sega representatives or developers, some guy that made Billy Hatcher, and they were trying to settle on the name for it. And supposedly he's asked if he can call it like Giant Cock or something, because Billy Hatcher runs around in like a suit, like a chicken suit. And he's like, I know another word for a chicken. We can plan season 21 together. Yeah, it's just gonna be the two of us. Actually, I don't even know if I want to play season 21. If there's anything I needed to do, it would be properly finish my update of the history sheet, which is pretty much just checking if VODs are still available, which is such a fucking pain in the ass. Once that's done, it's ready to go out, and it would have been ready to go out probably 2 years ago if I just committed to it. Anyway, we're all tied. 2 minutes gone in this game. No, I'd be much more interested in thinking about OLTP when we have players. Actually, that reminds me. Every so often oh my god, irony, that was close. I check Tag per EU every so often to see if there's any games played on Sydney. And there's always, at least once a week, there's at least one set of private games played by people on Sydney. So there are people playing, and it's not people we know, because I've never heard of these people before, and half of them are like some balls. I don't know if it's like some school thing or what, because it's quite strange. Like, I've watched some of the replays. Think you fucked up one of the seasons by updating some stats and not finishing it? Stats are not my thing, so I really couldn't care less. But yeah, I check every so often. I might actually watch one of them after this series is over. I'll watch a replay of like one of the recent matches that have been played. They played Egg Ball and they pass. They don't know how to do Raptors, but they do click to pass. They're playing like 2v2 Egg Ball, which is obviously a bit hard. Anyway. RB on flag for Jazz. Intact. The Studios is still ahead, but just gonna die. Oh, you meant the record book? Oh, okay. Yeah. That might be worth like, I don't know. It's just like going over everything. It's such a pain in the ass to do a bunch at once. It's so much easier to go week by week and like stay on top of it, because the moment you fall behind, it just feels like utter shit to drag yourself back to being up to date. I remember when I did like, I updated it for like a couple of seasons, or like I updated it once and I had to catch up on like 4 seasons worth of games or some shit, and that was not fun. And there were so many other things I had like lined up in terms of like sheets and stuff, but once I like never finished the redo of the history one, all the other ones went out the window. Like the Ball of Fame one would be sick. I think it'd be, well, it wouldn't be sick, it'd be nice. But I think the biggest hurdle for that, well, there was a couple. It was like, what was the cutoff in terms of how do we classifying stats for some players? Like, there's some players, like, do you count when they finish top 3 in like MVD or MVO? But I think the biggest one was getting like a player bio and like getting someone to write about the person's career and what they contributed and stuff like that. And it was all like finding the right people to do it. So you'd have to like ask people from back then. Long form interviews? Nah. I just, like, one of the easiest ones would be like, I think I even mentioned it. This is how long ago it was. This is still like 2022 maybe. Like talking to Elfie about writing something up for Bleach. Just because they knew each other so well, and it feels like Elfitzo would have been the best person to, you know, provide that sort of insight into a player's career. Trippin' balls are ahead. I didn't even like process that. But I got stuck like before I really got stuck into how to approach doing like the write-ups and stuff. I think I ended up writing something up for Bleach as like a test, because he was like the first person in to the Ball of Fame for OLTP, if I'm not mistaken. It's like alongside Hoog. Yeah, I was gonna do like an all-time stats, like properly fixed. I was also gonna potentially do like all-time playoff stats and like combine those. And so you could actually see how many caps a person's got, not just in the regular season. And like, you might think the old seasons, like season 1 through like 5, maybe probably a bit more than that, would be like the hardest thing to get playoff stats for. But they actually tracked them a fair bit on the stats page. So it's really just like the more recent seasons, which all the stats are available on like EUs and stuff. Should probably like look at this game with a minute to go. 46 seconds, 2-cap game. Updated all-time stats would be nice. Yeah, it's just such a drag, and I don't really have the patience to sit there and look at all the stats. I think the fun I find from doing the sheets and stuff is making things look nice and like the final product, but all of the sitting there looking at numbers hurting my eyes, just not enjoyable. 10 seconds left, and it will be Trippin balls that walk away with the victory in this game 5. Gonna win it by 2.
1.
ASAP top again. Ew. What the fuck? There it is. Game 5 is Ogre. 4-2 win. And it means that I'm pressing the wrong buttons on my computer. That's what it means. So there's the scorecard for the evening. Thanks for watching, people. I'll stop the recording now. But I'm gonna watch a funny little game real quick. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye!